Liebe Damen und Herren, Sie alle, die uns zuschauen, hallo, wie geht's? Wir haben vor kurzem zu viel gehört über Migration und sogar wir wissen, dass in den vergangenen Monaten, Tagen Demonstrationen gegeben haben über die Zukunft von Jugendlichen, am meisten die in Libyen verkauft worden sind. Und aber gleichzeitig denken wir, dass es hat eine Sitzung gegeben in Côte d'Ivoire, wo Europa und Afrika zusammengekommen sind, besonders die Jugendlichen, um zu erfahren, was ist die Zukunft mit der Jugendlichen, damit sie nicht mehr sterben, sondern als Reichtum Afrikas in Afrika bleiben und ganz einfach das Kontinent entwickeln. Hier, wir sind froh, einige von diesen Jugendlichen aus Afrika hierher zu haben. Das sind die Jugendlichen von der Universität von Ghana, hier in Wien. Wir werden kurz mit denen uns unterhalten und mehr über erfahren, why they are here. That is the reason why here I'm very, very happy to welcome them, to welcome this young lady and the guy from Ghana. Yeah. So for your presentation, a little bit small. Last time we have listened, you are here in Vienna.
Yes.
For a long time, huh?
I've been here with my colleagues since mid-November. We are here for the Erasmus exchange program. I'm from the University of Ghana, and I'm a final year PhD candidate. My area of specialty is medical sociology, and our time here is to just help us write our thesis, interact with the professors here, and build network.
Yes, so like she said, we are from the University of Ghana. I'm in my third year, and we are here for the Erasmus exchange program. We've been here for 2 months now, and the program is a 3 month, a little bit of a 3 month, 3 months. So which means we have about a month more to go. And whilst we're here, the plan, as it's been from the beginning and as it is now, is to polish up our thesis, and also consult the professors here and build networks as well, and also get a bit of exposure to the culture here, learn the ways of life of the people here and people coming from other parts of the globe who are here as well for whatever purpose.
Well, it is important to learn from the culture from here.
Of course. Lots of things we can pick up, lots of things here, positive things here that we can take back to Ghana with us, and of course we can also share with them some of the positive things and experiences that we bring in with us from Ghana. So for instance, in Ghana, you don't usually find people smoking in the open, in public, right? What exposure does to you is that sometimes it makes you a bit more tolerant. It gives you an open mind. And you're able to, so when I first got here, I found it a bit strange because where I come from in Ghana, it's not the norm. You don't find people, smoking in the open, and smoking is considered as a deviant behavior. But here it's like it's permissible. Almost everybody is smoking. So, you have to understand, first of all, why the people here do what they do. And if you understand very well, then you become more tolerant, and then it broadens your mind. So, okay, the fact that we don't do it does not mean that it's not permissible.
You mean that we are not tolerant? And what did you find very fantastic in Austria or strange?
Okay, I wouldn't say... I'll start with the positive. I think the transport system is phenomenal because there's nothing like that back where I'm from, that you would be able to, ahead of time, get a ticket, and then you can jump on the train or anything, anywhere, at any point in time. And there's no control, but when you are caught without the ticket, you have a penalty. And I find that really fascinating. I think it makes movement really easy, because back home, the thing is that the transport system is not as good, and then everybody is trying to get a car, and then our roads are not very wide, and so there's a lot of traffic and all that. So I think the transport system is fascinating.
And what is funny?
Well, because I think the language barrier is the big issue for me when we came in. So I think next time when I'm going to any country, I should at least do a little bit of the language so that it can help. So I went to the shop and I wanted sugar. And then I thought, in my Ghanaian mind, I thought when I go to the shop, it will be obvious to see sugar in a container and tell it is sugar. And then I go to the shop and there are several things in papers, like packaged, and then I'm not able to tell which is sugar. And then I end up buying something which is not sugar. So I thought that,
so,
yeah.
But I said in my introduction about the problem of slave sale trade in Libya. And I talk also about the conference that's happening in Cote d'Ivoire with the youth to develop the hope for youth in Africa, so that people, they don't know to live. So the question now is, you are here. Do you intend to stay here, or you want to go back?
Oh, I will definitely be going back home after the program, and next month I don't have any plans at all of staying here.
But you can stay here to be, the traffic is good.
No, but we have so many positive things back home. I'm actually missing home, and I just can't wait to leave here and head back home. That's not to say Australia is not a nice place, a beautiful place.
Cold.
It's extremely cold, you know, which is something you don't find in Africa. In Africa, in Ghana, almost every day is like a summer day, you know. So, but Australia is a beautiful place, no doubt about that. But we've also got very beautiful places back in Africa, which the international media do not talk about anyway. It's Africa is not all gloomy as people might make it seem. And the thing about people emigrating from Africa to Europe, to America in search of brighter prospects, well, yes, creation of jobs back home can help stem the tide a bit. But the problem too partly has got to do with, you know, people's mindsets. People always thinking that all the good things are found here in Europe, and Africa is a den of, you know, bad things. If they look very well, if they work very hard back home, they can be as successful as they would be if they came to Europe or America. So the youth out there, especially those in Africa, shouldn't be hell-bent on coming to Europe or the Americas necessarily just because they want a better life. If they are hardworking, if they look for the opportunities, if they change their mindset, they can make it big back at home.
So
they
you don't
need to come
understand
here.
why they have to leave?
It's that sort of inferiority complex. If you asked me, that's what I would say, that the white man is always better than the black man, and the white man, you know, the land of the white man offers you brighter prospects than the land of the black man ever would. So we need to change our mindsets and look for opportunities back home.
I think the reason why somebody would want to come here and then will not want to go back is, you know, after it's like tasting honey. You taste it and it's good and you want more. So it's like when you experience a bit of the good life here and then you look back at what you have or what you left from home and then you want to be in that good place.
But those who are dying in the Mediterranean Sea have never been in Europe.
Yes, they've not been in Europe, but they, you know, we are talking about globalization here and it's how, I mean, the world has been compressed. So back at home, there have been a lot of people who have not been here, but they know what exists here, thanks to the media, social media. When people also come here, I mean, they portray the niceties about this place, and so everybody back at home think that everything is nice here. But on what Salom said that I wanted a reaction to was the fact that systems work here. And so that's how come a lot of people want to come here. And when they've experienced that systems work here, they do not want to go back. And one of the things that I found really fascinating here, and I think I'm taking back home with me, is the positive work ethics. You know, everybody is happy about the work they do because that is what they are paid for. And in Ghana,
you think there are women crying all the day? They don't get the same salary like men.
They don't, but I think that it's the way they approach the work they have, no matter how bad it is. And so you go to the supermarket, everybody is, you know, you are on the job and you are working, and because that is what you are paid for. In Ghana, unfortunately, one of the things that we complain about is customer service. You know, you walk to a shop and then the shop owner thinks he or she is doing you a favor and is so lackadaisical. And I think that is one of the things, if I'm not able to, implement or find a way to transfer it, I think I'll pick it for myself that whatever work I have and I've been given to do, no matter how bad it is, I would attach the most seriousness to it and give off my best.
So now you're...
Yeah, speaking of positive work ethics, yeah, of course, the people here do have a positive attitude towards work. That's not to say people back home in Ghana do not have a positive attitude towards work. They do as well. But what, is the reason for the positive work ethics here? I believe, I may be wrong, but I'm sure it all boils down to motivation, incentivization. Here in Australia, as I've read on the internet and as I've heard, people are paid for 14 months instead of the usual 4 months, 2 extra months salary in addition to their, so that they could be able to have fun, take care of other things. And back in Ghana, how much are people paid? What is our minimum wage? How much do employers pay employees? So if you are paid just some paltry sums of money, you won't be motivated to work hard enough. I'm not saying that is a justifiable excuse, but I'm just trying to offer some explanation for why some things happen the way they do back home. So I think, and for the systems part, the broken systems should be fixed. Systems back home in Africa must work. They need to work. Where there are problems, let's fix them. Let's motivate our workers there more. Let's create employment, so many employment opportunities for our youth. And most importantly, let the youth out there in Africa change their mindset that Europe and America are the only places that they could make something out of their lives. So they could stay home and then make it big there.
So my last question will be, now you have been here and you are on the higher level of your studies, and you have dreams and you have a plan. So you have been here and you are going back. I wanted that to tell to our people who are watching the program, what is your dream? What you want to attend with your studies? And do you think you will do with success?
I want to teach. The first reason why I even pursued the PhD program was the fact that I wanted to teach and do research. So that is the main goal for pursuing the PhD in the first place. And so hopefully when I'm done with the studies, I'm hoping to get an opportunity to teach in any of the tertiary institutions back home. And I think I'm on course. Once I am able to finish my thesis and submit and do the defense, I'll look out for opportunities out there and send out some applications, and then hopefully I'll get the opportunity to teach, and not just teaching sociology. I think teaching gives you a platform to influence, to impact, not just what is in the classroom, but beyond the classroom. So for example, my experience here in Vienna about the positive things I've experienced, I'm sure one day when I'm a lecturer, I'm a teacher, it will play out in some of the courses, and then when I'm teaching young folks in Africa, I'll tell them about the positive work ethics and the positive things out there in Europe and how we can learn and make Africa better.
You're talking about teaching at university or secondary school or something?
Teaching in the university.
Okay.
I am already doing what she hopes to do.
You are teaching already?
Yes, I'm a university lecturer.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've been doing that for quite some time now. For about 6 years now, I've been lecturing in the university. So, and the PhD.
And which topic?
I teach journalism.
Hey, welcome.
Yes.
But now you are researching criminality.
Yes. the thing
so
is,
in the journalism investigation, it is a very good topic with coming.
Yes, I'm the type that likes to eat from as many plates as possible. So I have different backgrounds. I have an information science background. I have a communications background. I have a sociology background, and more specifically, I have a criminology background. So I dabble in quite a number of things. So like she said, the PhD degree is a teaching and research degree, which I'm already doing. So this program, of course, will afford me the opportunity to rise through the ranks and get to the very top. Because in the university where I teach, without the PhD, you cannot get to a certain rank, to certain ranks, so you need it to be able to progress, on the academic ladder. So it's very important that I do that. But the most important reason why I'm pursuing the program is to acquire knowledge, so I could help in solving some of the societal problems we face. That's the most important, the acquisition of the knowledge and its application to solving our problems that, confront us in society.
So now we have to conclude our program with a very interesting question. Now you are leaving us, you go to Ghana. My question is, what will be your first, what is on your first agenda when you come to Ghana?
When I go back to Ghana,
yes,
it's finishing up with the thesis.
No, the next day. They cannot finish in one day.
As in, I'm going to tell my family about the experiences I had here.
Okay, and you?
The very first thing that I'm going to think of when I land in Kotoka, Ghana, will have to be the burial of my beloved grandmother who left us a couple of months ago. She was so dear to me. So yes, I'm going to be involved in the organization of the funeral. So after I clear that, then I'll turn my attention to my field work, collecting data for my thesis. So, and then of course my students are back home waiting for me. So I'm going to get into the classroom to continue with my teaching. That's what I'll do.
Okay, if you have a possibility to choose a position in your country, there you are the future. What will be your favorite position, and what will you choose in all positions, from the presidency, ministry, and ministry, which ministry, the church? What will be your dream position?
Ministry will be education.
Education,
Education, and then road and transport. Because, I don't know, the experience here has been good, but at home, all I've been saying is someday when I get the opportunity, either it's the Ministry of Education or the Road and Transport.
Thank you very much.
Education, because that's like the fulcrum around which everything else revolves. Once we get that part right, everything else falls into place. Without education, I'm not sure we would have been able to do what you are doing here now. Without education, our economy, I'm not sure we'll be able to...
But you still have studies, university, everything in Ghana. Why it be a problem?
You're asking which particular ministry I'll be interested in managing. So we have problems in that sector, and the key thing here is for us to get those problems fixed so that people will acquire meaningful knowledge that they can apply to, solving problems that confront us in society.
And what will you do with people who finished the study to be educated?
Of course, if they need jobs, we help create jobs for them. But the acquisition of the education is very important.
But you not be the job minister.
The creation of the job is also very important, but it can happen alongside, the fixing of the educational issues.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming to visit our studio. Tell your brother and sister that you are also here. And some of us we decided to stay here to take the Australian nationality, the other one we are here back in home. So for those who are watching us in the TV, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching us, und danke vielmals. Ich glaube, haben wir vieles gelernt von unseren jungen Studenten oder Akademiker, weil sie schreiben Dissertationen, ja, die sind bald Doktor. Also meine lieben Damen und Herren, es war nett, euch als Zuschauerinnen zu haben. Vielleicht folgen wir die Jungen nach Ghana. Also ciao.
Hey. No. Nobody ugly. Hey. Nobody ugly. Okay, gonna balance my baby. Okwa no God you. Nobody ugly. Okay, gonna balance my baby. Okwa no God you. If you dey use filter for Instagram, Amaka, you find or you don't find no idea matcha. But for reality, I see you, girl, you bad up. Now we they deceive you. Gina young woman, Imani Maka. If you see the table, mono, tepe, siana chaka. Biko idi kamadi, easy and we kadaka. Now we they deceive you. As you there for Twitter, your name for Insta, sexy food, delicious twister. Why you do the lie? When nothing there to the shake you, where the waste you. As you there for Twitter, your name for Insta, sexy food, delicious twister. Why you do the shy? When you know say you find you, don't be like you. Nobody ugly you. Okwe go na bali madu baby. Okwa no kodi you. Imani maluma. Nobody ugly you. Okwe go na bali madu baby. Okwa no kodi you. You go for window shopping, take a selfie, you post them up, they tag your maga. You did it for me, go ye when you did it, baja. Now we did deceive you. You see you wagon, chakam. You did big mansion, chakam. Even for toilets, the room, chakam. Snapchatting video, chakam. Oh no 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 no. Now waiting be this yo. Now this is yo. As you there for Twitter, your name for Insta, sexy food, delicious twister. Why you do the lie? When nothing there to the shake you, where the waste you. As you there for Twitter, your name for Insta, sexy food, delicious twister. Why you do the shy? When you know say you find you, don't be like you. Nobody ugly you. Okwe go na bali madu baby. Okwa no kodi you. Imani maluma. Nobody ugly you. Okwe go na bali madu baby. Okwa no kodi you. Okwa no kodi you. Ngwanu bola wabegunu. 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 Welia. Chubia. Chidia. Cha 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 cha. Hey. Okwara beauty beke.
Hizo ni zama za kale. Sangulo mapepe kale. Zilipendwa.
Kizamani kutoa kadi na maua.
Zilipendwa.
Wanataka mani, ukilipa unakwarua.
Zilipendwa.
Ufundi kitandani, soma nguvu kujikamua.
Zilipendwa.
Unafika ndani, hujatoa masaa unachanua.
Zilipendwa.
Wanawake wa leo wanataka mikakati. Ukiwa mzogaji, haki ya Mungu huwapati.
Zilipendwa.
Mapenzi ya video yatakutoa kamasi. Eti nikinywa maji na kuona kwenye glasi. Kupiga chabo geto.
Zilipendwa.
Kono na deto. Sonche na kapeto.
Zilipendwa.
Majei na mobeto.
Zilipendwa. Hizo ni zama za kale. Sangulo mapepe kale. Bolingo ndombolo. Zilipendwa. Twanga chipolo polo. Zilipendwa. Na maji ya kandoro. Zilipendwa. Simba wa Morogoro. Zilipendwa.
Tani spati sukari kuru kabisa.
Zilipendwa.
Hivi yukwapi MB Dogo Latifa.
Zilipendwa.
Babu Tale wapi papa misifa.
Zilipendwa.
Squeezy party atwenda gikibisa.
Zilipendwa.
Mpira na Pele.
Zilipendwa.
Tanu na Nyerere.
Zilipendwa.
Ashangedere.
Zilipendwa.
Alusi Mabere.
Zilipendwa.
Eti uze nyumba weke heshima ba. Eti lazimishe aliyekukata. Sabuni kiche Cherema, mabanda ya sinema, Ibumba na Mlema, Diamond na Wema.
Hizo ni zama za kale za zamani. Sambulo mapepe kale akina Sogirogi zilipendwa, Chaneli analogi zilipendwa, movie za Saibogi zilipendwa, Pandame anodi zilipendwa.
Unanibipu nkupigie umeiweka vocha, ule wewe lipe mie umeniona rofa tena, na madada wenye majina acheni visa, unaita ukaledina unakwenda tisa, nywele za kichina pochi za kwa zima, Sena na Betina bashite kwa jima.
Hizo ni zama za kale za zamani. Sambulo mapepe kale na mitaba chani TV kwa jirani zilipendwa, Adira Ivani zilipendwa, Zari Aivani zilipendwa.
Ya nini kunichunguza naishi wapi?
Zilipendwa.
Nala chapati kwa maini au makapi?
Zilipendwa.
Kuto kunikalia chini unakamati. Oh ya Rabbi masikini kunizihaki. Samba mapangala
zilipendwa,
Kifanki kajala Onyango na jangala Lufufu mkandala
zilipendwa.
Vya nini vidomo domo tutupiani tunguli, kisa pesa za mgomo msimu wa makufuli. Bongo mani yondo
zilipendwa,
Sikinde msondo
zilipendwa,
magari ya udongo
zilipendwa,
Abu walori yondo zilipendwa.
Hizo ni zama za kale zilivumaga sana. Sambulo mapepe kale TV za kichogo zilipendwa, wakina Mandojo zilipendwa, wakina Iyobo zilipendwa, wakina Tupogo zilipendwa.
Eti msiba ukiona bundi unataka kupagawa, tulale makundi makundi kuogopa popo bawa. Zuena nitampata wapi?
Zilipendwa.
Zuena wazile nyakati kujifanya mapanga zuna, eti wamepinda, wengine wabeba vyuma na kuna malinda. Didi amini dada
zilipendwa,
miuno ya echi baba
zilipendwa,
domo cha hijabu
zilipendwa,
michezo ya kibaba baba
zilipendwa,
wale wapiga madili sasa limbaya
zilipendwa,
hizi zama za Magufuli si za Jakaya,
zilipendwa,
ugombi wa Mr. Nice na Dudu Baya,
zilipendwa,
vikatuni vya madenge baba ubaya,
zilipendwa,
mwago mchungu Mr. Bini wapi bambo, wale wasamiaji wa melini wase wa ng'ambo, ifiyo kwa Benjamini wa mambo jambo, wa Vetenamu wa porini vita na rambo, nanda mjela jela
zilipendwa,
Kidali Kombolela
zilipendwa,
Maxi na Zembwela
zilipendwa,
Yumanecha na Fela zilipendwa.
Hizo ni zama za kale, zama za zamani. Sambulo mapepe kale kama ndada zinunda zilipendwa, Alumanzira ndumba zilipendwa, simu za dole gumba zilipendwa, Johari na Kanumba zilipendwa.
Wasafi
zilipendwa, 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 zilipendwa.
Oh lele lile lele lile
Zilipendwa.
Wasafi Records.